Opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or messages posted in chat are strictly their own personal views and do not reflect the views of Bolin Services Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, nor does it reflect the views of the sponsors of this program. Political commentary, if any, are strictly personal opinions and should not be construed as endorsements of or opposition to any political party, candidate, or voter initiative by Bolin Services Inc. This audio-visual presentation is copyrighted by Kenneth W. Bolin. No rebroadcast, retransmission, simulcast, or other distribution of this video or the audio associated with it is permitted without the express written permission of Kenneth W. Bolin. All original content on this presentation is owned in full and solely by Kenneth W. Bolin.
Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with...
Yeah. Running a couple of minutes late because we got NCAA hoops in the background. NCAA hoops. And God, is my camera off? I had it set up properly. Let me go back in here and readjust it a little bit. I had it set up properly, and then I had to kick out because I did not have a start button to do the show. Didn't have a start button. So I had to kick out to get a start button to do the show. I mean, it's not like I'm going to sit here and watch the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But just one of those nitpicky things for as long as the screen. We are going overtime with North Carolina and Virginia Commonwealth. Overtime, that is. And I said, oh, that's right, you got to open the show. I keep forgetting. He's like, I got to open the show, man. Everybody expects you to be there. Because Bob never on time. Is Bob doing Nerd Night Part 2? Maybe he is. I don't know. He might be doing another Nerd Night. He might be watching the tournament. I could be doing that. Well, hi, Cow Dog. There's the Cow Dog over there. Meow Meow's outside because we reached 72 today. So Meow Meow's outside. Got her outside cat food today. Yeah, we just put her some out there. Going to be nice and warm tomorrow. And so, yeah, I don't know if Bob's helping me out with the show tonight or not. I have no idea. See him on my birthday. Didn't see Coltrane on my birthday. They left me all alone. It was all just me and Jimmy Johns, and Cameron was over for a little bit, wasn't he? And for those of you that haven't seen it, my birthday present to myself was more or less created me a new mattress for a fraction of the price of what a mattress would be. I've been advertising this thing all over Facebook, and I thought it was too expensive for what they were offering, so I got a much better version on Amazon. And I love mine. My home health nurse came over today. We got it installed. And it's almost like I got a brand new bed now. Looks better, sleeps way better. One of those 4-inch memory foam additions to your mattress, and a great mattress pad. It's made of bamboo, and it's a couple inches thick itself. So it's about 6 inches thicker on top of the 12-inch mattress that was already there. And as a wise man once said, and I forgot exactly who the wise man was, you spend a third of your life in a bed. Why not spend some money on it and have a good one? But Wayfair got me that mattress quite some time ago. Back when we had a shitload of viewers and Wayfair was just giving us all kinds of shit to be a part of our show. That was back before algorithms were a thing. And we were probably averaging 5,000 or 6,000 views a show back then. And Wayfair, shit, they sent me 3 or 4. So they sent me the furniture that's here now. Sent me that $1,000 mattress and a few other things. They were very good to us. I ended up, every time they'd send me new furniture, I would just sell the old stuff and keep the new stuff. But for this show to continue to go, we need some people to comment. Oh, Bob, nothing like you being right on time.
Well,
I was late enough.
I was actually I had an alarm set, and then apparently I set it for.
You look like
8
you've been
8.
sleeping. You look like
No.
You look very
Today,
Asian when you wake up.
I am very tired and need to be sleeping. So a couple days ago, I'm hearing the toilet is kind of running, like it's always running. Sometimes if the little valve won't shut off, and it
exactly.
keeps
Even
so
I have had to repair a few of those.
I go to check it out, and I lift the ceramic, the top there on the tank, and it's hot. And I'm like, wait, what?
I never
Why
heard
is
that
it
before.
hot? No, and then I go down in there, and the water is steaming hot. I'm
Wow.
like, what the hell?
I'm anxious to see where this is going. I never heard this one before.
So it turns out that we've recently turned the water heater
your
up.
Dad had been dumping the tea water back
No.
Right.
The worst thing is, so when
your dad had been urinating on top of the thing,
even
hot
worse
water.
than that, yeah. So
I don't know how much worse, but go ahead.
Well, it's worse from a construction standpoint. So whoever hooked up the plumbing,
hooked the hot water into the toilet,
and actually had the water cross-wired into the sink, so that actually, to fix it, they took a tube and ran it down this way. And we didn't really notice it before because we had not had the water heater turned up hot.
I'm going to stop you here for just a second. I had a discussion with a hotel manager earlier yesterday, and the hotel manager says, "So you want those seats set up bucket style?" I said, "Excuse me?" She says, "You want your seating set up bucket style?" I said, "You're going to have to help me out on that one. What are you talking about?" She says, 2 by 2 by 2. I said, "Well, yeah." I said, "The theater style, and we have our couples sit together. We learned that during COVID.
That works."
I said, "But I tell you what, though, I've never heard bucket style." I said, I do this in 39 states, probably 250 cities, probably well over 1,000 hotels I deal with in the course of a year. No one has ever laid on me, "Kenny, would you like that bucket style?" I said, "I've been with this company since 1984, off and on, between wrestling gigs and shit like that. Never heard buckets, but you know what? I like it." So now every time I call a new hotel, and we're going to need those seats set up bucket style, and they say the same thing. I said, "Excuse me?" I tell them, "Well, there's this hotel manager in Michigan that said that to me, and I like it, so I'm trying to get it going." So 4 hotel managers in a row said, "I like it." So I wrote her back. I said, "We're 4 for 4 on bucket style." She said, "I never dreamed that'd be something that would catch on." And I told her, I said, "I'm 66 years old. I've never heard that. I've never heard of anybody cross-wiring the hot water into the toilet. I've never heard that in my 66 years.
And so
which was just Monday, my birthday that you missed that day.
I wished you a happy birthday. I sent you
what?
I did. Now,
are you paying Monday all of a sudden?
No. Now, because you got that one account that's been like deactivated or whatever that you can't get into anymore, I probably sent it to that account.
That's a good possibility. So you wish me a happy birthday on the account you knew I would not.
No, I was guessing. There's like 2 of them. I'm like, well, one of them's Kenneth.
There are
W,
one or two that look
Kenneth
a little bit alike. I don't think it's deactivated. I don't know who made it.
No, it's not deactivated. I think it's just that you can't get into it.
Maybe JJ made it or something.
Wasn't that the one that got stolen by the Taiwanese hackers or something, or the Iraqi?
I always take great pride in claiming I've never been hacked. Did I ever get hacked?
Didn't you have one account that they had someone that stole the password?
I had my verified account hacked. You're right.
Yeah,
my verified account got hacked, and then I never did get my verification back. They wanted me to pay for it. That's all right.
It's not that important.
Good old days.
We're always paying for things we don't get any value out of.
Well, it may have. I don't know.
We'll see.
Like she said, it just takes 2 or 3 white people to see it. But so you got my shot of them claim. Well, we don't know if we want to publicize this without him being a 501c3. I said, it says right in the press that we're a 501c3. She says, yeah, but what you call directly tied to the 501c3. I said, but yeah, that is what we are. Zach Wood 89. Do we know who Zach Wood 89 is? He's got a badge.
We don't.
That ain't the Zach that always donates the weird amounts, is it?
No, that's Zach
Oh,
Limley. No, it's not Zach Limley.
Zach Limley. Combination of multiple names.
Mhm.
So yes, people, we do this show for a reason. We're trying to raise money to help our families. That GoFundMe account has been interesting, and I might be $225 in the hole with this advertising thing. I don't know how this thing's going to go. We're getting a lot of press out of it. We're going into a lot of areas. I think I sent you the link. There's the link to the press link is right here. I guess
Yes.
it works. I don't know if they can click it or not. No, probably not. But it's right there. And a very nice article. Desiree L. Brockington did that for me. I've known her since 2012.
And it was
Not well
picked
enough
up
to get
by
it, not well enough to get her to do it for free. But after seeing the work that went into this thing, and no, I wouldn't want to do that for free either.
yeah,
That's my profession.
and
I expect to be
I've
paid.
seen, I checked several of the web pages that she linked there in the tracker that she sent you, and
Yeah.
it's on like channel 33 here in Dallas. Their news web page. It's on that.
Oh, is it really?
It made that spot. So
Oh, I didn't realize I saw a lot of
maybe-
TV stations there, but I didn't check to see where they were.
maybe Mark Cuban will see it. And
Well, maybe that'd be nice. Oh, Marky Mark saw that. That'd be nice. And she said it might take 2 or 3 weeks for these things to filter around for people to get to see them and everything. And she
but
said
like
some of them might even bring it up on their news show. People
it
do
really
news
only
3 hours
takes
a day.
1 or 2, right?
A couple of big boys. Yeah. A couple of big boys. Mark's a big boy. Speaking of big boys, we got Anthony Scaramucci coming back on the show as of now. As you all know, when you
tentatively scheduled.
They don't really book tentatively. When they say they're going to be there,
Well, I mean, unless something
can
comes
happen.
up,
Shit can happen.
Unless something comes up,
and he knows that if something on CNN comes up or me, we know who's getting bumped.
Well, I'm hoping that maybe Anthony gets bumped because of a succession that happens in our Oval Office.
I'm glad you said that because I could not think of the name of the show that I loved so much. I kept calling it Severance,
Succession.
and I knew Severance was another show. And I was trying to explain it to a family member of mine. And he's, I don't know what show you're talking about. I said, you're bound to know the show. Succession. And that was probably my favorite show, right up there with Justified for quite some time.
Yeah.
I call it Desiree L. Brockington. I think it's Desiree L. Benson Brockington, to be honest with you. And then I gave her a new name. I gave her another B name on top of it. She got a lot of B's in her name.
Brock Lesnarington.
I didn't.
So today I asked, and I've not yet gotten an answer from him, but I asked Paul Heyman, did you see Monday Night Raw? Or at least parts of it?
What part of it? And I'll let you know if I saw it or not.
So the very first part where Seth comes out, Paul comes out, announces that he says, you're going to FAFO, FAFO,
I saw that.
FAF5. And then Brock
and then out he comes. Yeah.
Why is there not a T-shirt already that says FAF5 for Brock Lesnar?
Seems kind of stupid, don't it?
It seems pretty straightforward that you're going to come out with FAF5 and just Brock.
That would be, especially if you're going to say it on television. It seems to be something that you do.
Well, I mean, Suplex City
We'll talk about these guys later because it was a 23-point lead was a struggle to hang on to today.
Sometimes it's hard to hold on to the big leads.
And it is. And Duke got the scare of a lifetime today.
That's the St. Ainsworth or whatever it is college that they were playing in? Is that correct?
Well,
Duke and Saint somebody.
You'll have to look it up. I actually didn't get to pick my brackets. If you have the brackets, do you have a way to track my picks? And I'll be honest with you and tell you who I'd pick and who I wouldn't.
So let me pull up the men's bracket.
Because I went to do my brackets today, and one of the games was tied. I was, well, maybe they'll let me pick because it's a tie game. I'm just picking winners here, and it wouldn't let me pick. It said, "I'll see you next year."
All right,
I did not get to play my brackets this year. I dilly-dallied around and didn't get to pick them.
I've got a bracket in place, and so I can share. This is the one that I chose. So
I
Duke
didn't get to
and
pick
Siena.
them.
So now the cool thing about this game is that Siena did not make a substitution. Did not make a substitution until 10 seconds left to go in the game.
Yeah, they played all 5 the whole game, didn't they?
Yes.
I've
I've
never
never
heard
heard of that before.
I've heard of rotating 7. There's a lot of teams do that. Louisville's done it many times. I never heard of playing just starting 5 the whole game, and the rest of those clowns are sitting over there just having a good time. Have we ever found out why your screen still freezes? Have we looked into that?
I think it's because I've got too many tabs open on my
during the show. I closed I think all mine.
Yeah, I close all mine, and then I have to open a bunch of shit to look stuff up. So let me just close a bunch of them here.
You would think it would only take one tab, like Google.
Well, I mean, I've got one. They're all tabs though in the one browser.
No, I learned a long time ago to close just anything. I got Facebook. I don't even know why Facebook Messenger's open. Guys, for all of you, including the Filipinos and everybody that's writing me on Facebook Messenger, don't, because I'm shut down for 7 days because I sent out that press release to every breathing human being I could find. So not necessarily that they would donate, because that ain't worked so far, but maybe they could put it in front of somebody who could. And I don't think what people realize is just how much those, when a shitload of you do $5, $10, or $20, it adds up, and we'll get to 12,000 or 25,000 or 50,000 eventually. It all adds up. And what really burns me is that we got 4 families here that are in serious need of help.
Yes.
One young lady with stage 3 cancer. We got the young lady whose father got hit by a truck when he was out.
Whose father, the sole provider for the family.
Yeah, Jin's family sole provider died of a heart attack. He was a few years younger than me. He was sole provider for the family. And then Eunice's mother, who's going through gallstone surgery, and in one other surgery, had to have a blood transfusion. She's going through all kinds of shit, but we can't have her die, because if she dies,
she's the sole provider.
Yeah, it's up to this show to keep them alive. And then the little girl next door, father gets hit by a fucking truck driver. They ain't gonna do anything to help them. Sorry about your damn luck. You know, they're gonna James Storm that one. So these people really need help. But you flip the president the bird and you get $865,000. You get shot by our government, pick up $1.5 million because they shot your girlfriend in the head while she's trying to drive away.
You know. I mean, who hasn't been shot in the head?
Not me.
No,
I ain't been shot either.
All right. So if you were going to make your picks, Duke and Sienna.
Obviously, I was
Duke.
Let's put it this way: my whole bracket would have been destroyed had that happened, because you'll see where my picks are going. Okay, so
Ohio State and TCU.
I'm not a real big Big Ten guy, and I was actually
that's an 8 and a 9 seed.
That's an 8-9, and I was actually picking TCU because I hate anything from Ohio except Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, so that was also my.
And I wish the Reds would move to Covington. That'd solve that problem.
St. John's versus Northern Iowa.
Oh, okay, Canadian. I got who you are now.
5-12.
Nice to see you, Canadian. What was the next one?
St. John's in Northern Iowa.
Well, if I'd be shocked if St. John's don't win that one. That's Rick Pitino.
Yeah. Kansas and California Baptist or Canadian Baptist. I don't know.
Interesting thing about it, though, it's Cal Baptist. Interesting thing. I haven't seen the men's team yet, but the women's team made it too. Cal Baptist women's team, they made it. And there's a thing missing from that women's team. They put a camera on them when they got selected. Not a black woman on the team.
What?
How do you field an all-white woman team?
I guess
in basketball.
It's a Baptist university. Maybe.
Still there's Black Baptist. So let's see. There's Zach. You got a badge there. We appreciate that. The badge just lit up anyway. Because Zach Wood 89 didn't light up there he gifted somebody something.
Oh.
Well, we'd like to see it. Donations. What we'd like to see, and we don't have any yet.
Yeah, the memberships do help eventually.
They help a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get 2/3 of that eventually.
Let's see if we can take a look there.
But we don't have one donation as of yet. And for all of y'all that didn't get me a birthday present Monday, this is your opportunity to do so.
Which is like all of you.
No, I actually made 150. And everybody that donated said, we'd like for you to keep the money, and it doesn't always work out that way. But
so someone named Wade Life. Now the problem, Zach, is that because you can't direct them, typically the memberships don't end up going to
to the
folks
real
in the
fans
show.
of the show. Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's the bad thing.
Cool, appreciate it, but
Any chimpanzee can end up with it. You never know.
yeah.
And
Speaking
a
of
lot of
chimpanzees, I
times
heard.
these memberships get
Had you
gifted.
heard
We
of?
see them in here.
Did you have a boondock sighting the other day?
Yeah. He said he was going to come back on tonight and donate $80. So we'll see if that happens.
We'll see. All
What
right.
he said.
So Kansas and California
He
Baptist.
did. He did get it. He originally said he's going to donate 800, and then he said that was a misprint.
I think he meant 8.
Yeah.
Louisville and South Florida.
I knew that was going to be a good one. Those 611s and 512s. As a matter of fact, AI tells you that if you're picking your brackets, pick 2 number 1s to go all the way, even though last year all 4 made it. And it says pick no more than 2 of the 12s. Because in the last 20, 30 years or whatever it is, the 12s have beat the 5s 53% of the time.
Yeah, 12-5s is very common.
The 12s win more than the 5s. So it's always a good idea to do that. Oh, I know, but from my streamer friends, they said memberships were very important.
They are, if you're like on Twitter, on Twitch.
Yeah. Here they're nice if they're true fans that watch the show and participate. They're nice. And that's why we have them get a badge, so that way we know they're a legit fan. But when you gift them, we're better off with the donation, because when you gift them, you never know who's going to get them. Could be anybody just happens to be watching.
And it could be someone who's subscribed and never shows up, because that happens. We have 10,000 subscribers.
And obviously a shitload of them don't show up. So what do you know?
All right, number 3, Michigan State, and number 14, North Dakota State.
Well, I was rooting for North Dakota State, but we now have to play Michigan State. But yeah, Michigan State would have been the obvious pick.
Number 7, UCLA. Number 10, UCF.
That ain't happened yet. That's Central Florida against UCLA.
Yes, I actually picked Central Florida to win that game.
I'll be rooting for Central Florida, but UCLA has not been playing bad ball. But being as they're the higher seed, I'll be rooting for Central Florida anyway. Let's go with Central Florida.
No, Central Florida is the 10.
Oh, they're the 10. Well, I'm going to take them anyway, even though UCLA is playing some pretty good ball.
All right, number 2, UConn versus number 15, Furman.
UConn playing some real good ball. Be a hard pick for anybody to pick against them for a while.
You know what? If Duke and UConn do end up in that semifinal, that's going to be a really good game.
That'd be a good one. Yep, that'd be a good one.
All right, on the West, we got Arizona and Long Island.
No super chats or super stickers are not really gifting. It just, we don't get that money till April 21st, so you know. If I mean, we appreciate it.
I mean, it helps eventually, but
and YouTube takes 30% of it. So the more traditional ways to donate are the best. But with you being in Canada, you might not have one of those options.
The exchange rate might kill you.
Yeah.
So Arizona and Long Island in the Battle of the Iced Teas.
Why are they the Battle of the Iced Teas?
Arizona iced tea.
Oh, they do have iced tea, don't they? And
Long Island tea.
There you go. Yeah, hard to go against Arizona right now, too. They're playing real good ball.
Number 8, Villanova. Number 9, Utah State.
In alignment with my son, he is the biggest Utah State fan there is, because when they were the worst team in the country, he played video games with them back in 2012, 2013, and he won the national title with them. And then they got good the next year, got in the top 25. So we have had an alliance with Utah State. I'll be taking Utah State.
All right, number 5, Wisconsin. Number 12, High Point.
I'm going to be honest. There's no way in hell I was picking High Point, even though it was a 5-12. High Point, that was their first ever victory today, but there's no way in hell I was picking High Point to beat them. So
no,
I would have lost on
Wisconsin. That one. Number 4, Arkansas. Number 13, Hawaii.
I hate Arkansas. I was hoping for the best with Hawaii, but I would have took Arkansas.
Yeah. Number 6, BYU versus number 11, Texas, who won a play-in game to get into this.
I can't remember if that one's over or not.
It's in progress right now.
Still in progress? Did they go overtime too?
They're in the second half.
Oh, they're in the second half. Believe it or not, I'm rooting for Texas. Anytime you got religion on the line, I'm going to take those atheist Texans is what I'm going to do.
Over the Mormons. Okay.
Over the Mormons.
Yeah. Number 3, Gonzaga.
Hard for me to believe it. Hard for me to get in the wagon of believing one God, but how many they got? Like 8, 9, 12, something like that.
No idea.
Yeah, the
Number
more
three,
gods,
Gonzaga.
the more gods, the more against you I am. So
So
sorry,
I
Donald
guess
Flowers. Sorry, Donald.
Hindu, the Hindu
I think
folks.
Donald is Mormon.
No, he's pagan.
Well,
He
if
was
you want to
wasn't
call him
Donald. No,
name, if you want to
wasn't
call him
Donald.
names,
No, I
that's up
thought
to
he was the
you.
guy that had the Viking worship or whatever.
Yeah, I think he is pagan, but I didn't know there were so many religions that had multiple gods. I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, Hindus, pagans.
I mean, I try to shit on one god, and then you give me 8 or 12 of them, and now
Republicans.
What? Yeah.
Gonzaga and Kennesaw State.
Gonzaga.
Yeah. Number 7, Miami versus number 10, Missouri.
Well, it's like I was telling people today, Louisville, my hometown for many, many years. South Florida, Tampa area, my hometown for many, many years. I had my dueling hometowns going at each other. And what's the matchup you just named? Miami and who?
Miami and Missouri.
Well, I hate Missouri. Show me hell.
Yeah.
As religious a state as you are, and you say, show me? Well, you live like your slogan, man. No, I'll be big time for Miami in that one.
Prove it.
But Missouri is capable of beating them, though. Be aware of that.
Yeah. Number 2, Purdue versus number 15, Queens.
Purdue played themselves into a 2 seed. A lot of people said they didn't deserve to be any higher than they were. But listen to this shit. Purdue was a 7 seed in their conference and a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. That is something that you rarely see.
That is something else.
A 7 seed in their own conference. We're not picked to win it, and then 2 seed overall. I'll be rooting for Purdue in that one.
Okay.
They're just up
Purdue
the road.
was who I picked, right? All right.
Hoosiers did not get in the tournament.
The South bracket. Number 1, Florida. Number 16, Prairie View.
Well, I'll be rooting for Prairie View, but we know what good that'll do.
That won't happen. Number 8, Clemson. Number 9, Iowa.
I'll be rooting for the ACC and hope for some luck for Clemson. How you doing there, Macho Man?
Number 5, Vanderbilt, and number 12, McNeese.
We've been on 30 minutes. We do not have one donation. Vanderbilt McNeese, that was another interesting game today. I'm used to live in Nashville, been a Vanderbilt fan, about one of the few teams in the SEC I like, but McNeese State gave them all they wanted, but I would have picked Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
But McNeese gave them a hell of a scare today.
It was close. Number 4, Nebraska. Number 13, Troy.
Everybody in sports was rooting for Nebraska because I did not realize that a team that has been such a powerhouse in football and not bad in basketball had never won an NCAA tournament game. And so they set them up to get their first NCAA. I did not. Troy can shock you every now and then, but I didn't see it happening today. And Nebraska with their first ever NCAA tournament win.
Yeah. Number 6, North Carolina. And
Randy the Macho Man Savage, he always steps up big. He says, let's get this thing going here. $25 challenge. He says, get off your ass and help these people out. Thank you, Macho Man.
Yeah. So VCU.
You've been frozen for quite some time, but closing all your tabs, I don't think helped, Bob.
I'm just not moving. That's not that I'm frozen. I just don't move.
Well, you became a ventriloquist then. You got real good at it.
I did. I don't move my mouth. Number 6, North Carolina. Number 11, VCU. That's Virginia Commonwealth, I believe.
That was that's what I'm watching right now. They just went overtime. So I would have picked North Carolina, but VCU giving them a hell of a go. That thing's in overtime right now. Hell, might be over by now, but
it is over now. But yeah, number 3, Illinois.
Don't tell me. I'll watch when the show's over.
Number 3, Illinois. Number 14, Penn.
Be hard to go against Illinois in that, but Penn can shock you. Penn can shock you, but I'd have Illinois in that one.
They won't. Number 7, St. Mary's. Number 10, Texas A&M.
That one's going on right now, isn't it?
It's almost over.
I would have thought St. Mary's would give them a game, but it's hard to go against A&M's schedule. So I'd have probably picked A&M.
And St. Mary's is actually higher ranked. They're 7th.
Yeah, they were the 7th seed, but I guarantee you they didn't play the schedule Texas A&M did.
Yeah, number 2, Houston, and number 15, Idaho.
That should be a slaughter.
Yeah, it should be. All right, on the Midwest, the final bracket, number 1, Michigan, number 16, Howard.
I saw some of that game.
Howard
was only down 4 at the half. What the fuck? What deep into the game, it was the single-digit numbers with Michigan. Now I haven't seen the final. I'm pretty sure. I think Michigan won.
It was
But
not
that was a 4-point game well into the second half.
It was not a single digit final. I'll just tell you that.
Okay, all right. Well, I have
number 8 Georgia, number 9 St. Louis.
I will be rooting for St. Louis. Is that a 9? Is that a 9-8 matchup?
Yeah,
I'll be rooting for St. Louis, but once again, Georgia probably played a much tougher schedule. If I had money on it, I'd be picking Georgia.
Yeah, number 5 Texas Tech, number 12 Akron.
The Akron Zips. I book a lot of hotel space in Akron, Ohio. Who are they playing?
Texas Tech, which I have a soft spot for. So
I know you do. So I'll be rooting for Akron.
Thank you. Number 4 Alabama and number 13 Hofstra.
Just to give you a rivalry. Kenny's Hotel City. I booked Akron today, as a matter of fact. That's one of the cities I had to book today.
Did you book someone in Hofstra?
I did not book anybody in Hofstra. That did not happen today.
Well, they're playing Alabama.
Playing who?
Alabama.
There should be a slaughter. I think Bama will kick their ass.
Number 6 Tennessee, number 11 Miami of Ohio.
Their first ever tournament win, I think, or if it wasn't his first one, they won since the 90s. But Miami of Ohio, I will be rooting for them, but it probably won't do much good. Once again, Tennessee played pretty tough schedule. Miami of Ohio, which one was the one that was undefeated right up until almost the end of the season? Was that Miami of Ohio?
I think so.
They did not have any quad 5 wins. So, and I guess who do they play in their play-in game?
SMU.
Oh yeah, so that was their first and only quad 5 win of the year, and they had none until that game. So I'll be rooting for Miami of Ohio, but I would think Tennessee should be okay. I wanted to see that SMU Tennessee.
I'm going to pick Tennessee just because they beat SMU. Number 3 Virginia and number 14 Wright State, WRIG.
I think Virginia will easily.
Wilbur and Orville.
Yeah,
Wilbur and Orville had the university.
They do.
Number 7 Kentucky. Number 10 Santa Clara.
They say Santa Clara. A lot of people are calling for Santa Clara to win that thing. They say Santa Clara's got some badass white boys on that team.
They got a chance.
So
10-7 is not a bad upset.
No, I'm going to be rooting for Santa Clara as always. Daniel Lemley with 15, so we got 40 in the house.
Kentucky.
Well,
number 2.
Let's shoot for 100 tonight, guys. We got 40 in the house. If we can get 60 more, that'd be great.
Number 2 Iowa State. Number 15 Tennessee State.
Iowa State's what seed?
2.
Damn, I didn't realize they's that high. Well, they should slaughter their ass.
Well,
I would think.
Yeah.
The Cyclones.
Number 2, they could be the number 8 team in the country at that, right? Because
you never know. According to Purdue, yeah,
you just never know. So my final 4 is Houston, Duke, UVA, and Arizona.
Have I gotten that far?
Well, we haven't gone down to the.
We haven't done the next
brackets. No, we didn't go through the next rounds because we won't know who's who right at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Who's your final 4?
Where the hell do I have?
Well, I definitely would have had Duke, and I think Duke's woke up. I'd have Houston in there. They look real good.
I have Arizona coming out of the West.
Yeah.
And I have UVA coming out of. That's my upset pick.
Virginia beating who?
Everybody in that bracket.
Well, they got.
So they would. So they're going to beat. So they're going to beat Wright State, is who they're playing first.
Okay.
Virginia. Then they would go up against either Tennessee or Miami of Ohio.
Okay, they should win that.
Then they're going to go up against either Kentucky, Santa Clara, or Iowa State.
The Iowa State matchup would be good, but other than that, they should win easily.
Yeah, so I've got them going over Michigan in the semifinal.
I would not. I would have Michigan over them.
It's my upset pick. I mean, I'd be surprised.
They're good. I mean, they're good. Louisville played them a couple times. They're good.
The Fighting Cavaliers.
Do something to where you're not unfroze. You have been froze forever. For the people. For the people.
I don't know how the hell. I don't get it.
You're back. Now, what did you do to come back? What did you do?
Nothing. No, I didn't do anything.
You did something because you've been froze for the.
I switched off of the. Here, let me do this. Let's look at visual effects. I don't have any visual effects. You know what? Let's turn off.
You got a blur going.
Let's turn the blur off.
Yeah, maybe
let's turn
off.
I
don't know why you're blurring it. You don't have anything on.
A cinematic. Well, in case my dad walks in, he's not wearing pants or something.
Well, tell him to put fucking pants on.
All right, so there's. I've turned off all the visual effects.
Go in there and take a shit in the hot water.
It just boils it. We figured it's like self-disinfecting toilet, right?
Dissolves the poop. There's a science behind it.
Yeah. So there we go. Layouts, get layouts, general. Camera, insta-link. Don't mirror my camera. Restricted firewall rules. Please leave added D.
For all the Filipinos watching, I cannot answer any of you all because I am suspended for a week. I'm assuming because of all the advertising I did of the press release of the GoFundMe trying to help those 4 families. Where we hoped everybody would.
How dare you help people?
A lot of families, yeah.
How dare you help people?
We'll give that press release maybe 2 or 3 weeks to do its magic, and hopefully it works out good. Bob, how long is a GoFundMe? Because we've been up 22, 23 days and only had the 2 donations.
Yeah, I think they can stay up forever, but
it seems that way. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't running the risk of they'll be up 30 days or something. Because I'm just leaving it alone till something good happens.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not forever.
I'll send it to Scaramucci's office. Maybe they can get it out in front of some people. I mean, who knows? It's a nice press release. I mean, I liked what they did.
It is.
Desiree did a good job on it. Those that have seen it liked it. Jazzy Jana really liked it. So, but we're shooting for 100 tonight. We got 40 so far out of 2 people, Randy the Macho Man and Daniel Emley. And if there's anybody else out there that could be of some help to us, we'd sure appreciate it. Where's the train at tonight? Well, you talk about a man just shows up whenever he fucking wants to.
Well, he did say that he had errands to run and the loss of an hour because Arizona does not do daylight savings time.
No, that hour's still there. You get to use that excuse on night one.
Yeah.
And then
you don't even really get to use it. You get to use it like Sunday morning. I
lost an hour's sleep. No, you didn't. Just stay in bed another hour. The time goes up on Sunday. Unless you work Sunday
anyway. Right.
Well, I mean, some people work Sunday. I used to have to work Sundays all the time, and I worked at Kroger. I bet you I am the only human being. And I could be wrong.
History of the world.
I bet you I'm the only human being who, within a 3-year period, started his workday at all 24 hours on the clock. It might be midnight, might be noon, might be 3 a.m, might be 3 p.m, might be 9 at night, might be 9 a.m. And but started his workday at all 24 hours on the clock and ended my workday at all 24 hours on the clock. Within a 3-year period. I did that at Kroger. Now, I did it at Kroger, but I agreed to do it. I told him I didn't give a shit. A lot of people said, no, fuck you. I got a family. I got this. I lived at home, with mom at that time. I was 19. And I didn't care. So I said, no, I wanted hours. And that was back when hours were hard to get. If you didn't work with them, you'd get 16 hours a week. And I wanted it, but 32 hours got you all kinds of benefits. So I wanted to get 32 hours. And if you got 40, 12 weeks in a row, they had to make you full time. And they didn't slip up and do that one because I'd rather really been making the fucking money then.
It's 11 weeks. Kenny, take some vacation.
Oh, that's what they do too. That's what they do. They would. You are not getting that 12th weekend because if you did, whoever fucked up and let you get that 12th week would get fired, freeing up a full-time slot. So yeah, we might have gave away one, but we're going to lose one as well. So, but yeah, I went. Do you know anyone who's done that? Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Gone in on all 24 hours to start your work day and end your work day at all 24 hours. Did that within a 3-year period. And the only thing they had to do is that, like, if they sent you home at 6 a.m, they couldn't bring you back in before 2 p.m. All right, Kenny, go home. See you at 2. Fuck. Like, you got to have 8 hours sleep. Well, I'm not going to get 8 hours sleep. I could go home, get breakfast, wind down, Then I got to get up. No, if I get 6, I'll be fucking lucky. If I'm lucky, I'll get 6. And I'm not, because now I'm all round up and working all fucking night. Just can't go home, lay down, go sleep. They didn't give a fuck. We gave you 8 hours. So it would fuck with. That's probably why I got such a horrible sleeping pattern today, is because of Kroger. Because Kroger, you could not develop a sleeping pattern at all. So, what else? What stupid has Trump done today? Believe it or not, I haven't seen a shitload of news today.
So the big news today is
other than
Save
Pam Bondi
Act.
pulling that stupid shit she tried to pull.
Yeah, so the Save Act is the big thing going on today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have never, and I mean, I've followed politics for a while, but I gotta tell you, I'm used to them twisting words and twisting the stuff around so that so for example, there was a law today. There is a law in the books that says it's illegal to abuse a service animal, and so today they wanted.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, it should be illegal to abuse any animal, right? But
You would think.
there's a law that's specific to service animals.
Yeah.
And so someone wanted to put a bill on that said, and if you're illegal, it's even more of a penalty.
Oh, okay.
And so the Democrats voted that down, right?
Okay.
And so now Mike Johnson comes out and says, see, Democrats are in favor of illegal aliens abusing service animals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like,
sounds like James Comer shit there. Yeah.
I mean, the dude, I would think that he was a pretzel maker in a previous life, because he twists things more than
that would actually take talent and skill, and I'd never link James Comer to anything like that.
Well, no, this was Mike Johnson.
Oh, Mike Johnson, the thumper.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he's being blackmailed right now because he's been apparently reaching out on Grindr when they do these Republican conventions. And every time they go somewhere, Mike Johnson's the first one to be on Grindr trying to get him a hookup. And there's somebody apparently trying to blackmail him now, got all his personal information, credit card information, everything, where he's trying to buy him some quality time with some male escorts in several different cities. And as a matter of fact, they said, if you want Grindr to come to a halt, schedule the Republican convention and watch what happens to Grindr when you do that. Not passing judgment. I mean, if that's what they're into. Yeah, but for a bunch that acts like they don't like that type of lifestyle, there's a lot of them participating in it. And just like I said, just go track any Republican convention, and then track the Grindr activity in that town while they were there. Always interesting what the numbers are.
Yeah. So we'll say hello to Mylene, hello to Evelyn, hello to May. Yes, we notice you, but that doesn't mean you're going to get anything. Hello to Ruby May.
If we don't get some more donations.
Hello to Ann Lynn.
And by the way, right now, pretty much none of you are going to be getting anything unless you have another way to get a hold of me for 6 or 7 more days, because I don't have any way to tell you that your money was sent unless you have access to me on WhatsApp, Instagram, or Twitter. I have no way to notify you that your money's on the way. I need to send. Do you have any way to send? Because Ruby May needs about 800 pesos for medicine and transportation home, and you know the reason why. There's a member of the family that's sick that needs medicine. You can guess which member, and needs transportation home. And I could send them the money, but I don't have a way to notify her. Do you?
I think I have
either her or Hart, her mother.
Let me look. I don't think I've blocked them, but I might have, being the old Lee Anderson that I am.
Yeah. I can send them the 800 pesos. I just don't have a way to notify them. I get paid tomorrow. Hopefully, I get a bonus. I never know how much until I see it hit my bank account. I've quit trying to figure it. You talk about a formula that they keep to themselves. I might think I'm getting 1,000 and get 400, and I might think I'm getting 400 and get 775. So you never know. But bonus days tomorrow, and I did get all my government back pay. Remember how the government had fucked me out of a big chunk of money?
Yeah.
Got all that back, and no more deductions from this day forward. I filed a grievance and won somehow.
Pay your electric bill now.
It's already paid. I qualified for help this month.
Kayfabe.
Or who am I telling?
Yeah, the government's listening.
Government knows I get government help. They already know.
No, but see that you use that government help to pay your electric bill and stuff.
No. When I file for government assistance, they know.
They're the ones paying the electric bill.
They're the ones paying it. You're not keeping a secret from them. If you're getting rental assistance or electric bill assistance, they know who assisted because it's them.
So Trump did ask for another $200 billion.
200 billion, not million. 200 billion. And they said, well, we know where you can get 260 million of it. It's where the bird-legged hoe wanted to be in an episode of Yellowstone, filming all those videos on a horse, trying to recruit those educated, loving people of ICE. And did you see the thing with Mark Wayne Bolin? Mark Wayne, where he wouldn't apologize to Rand Paul because he got shit beat out of him in his front yard, and still would not apologize. Well, I can see why he did it. And then he wanted to fight the Teamster guy. That Teamster guy would have beat him with an inch of his fucking life. Oh, he was an MMA fighter. He was an MMA fighter that fought very little men, is what he did. He had 3 fucking matches in his weight class. It's like Brock Lesnar. You remember who's that little Dublin fuck that was trying to talk shit on the WWE guy? Conor McGregor. Well, I saw the video. I don't know if I got a chance to send it to you before I got shut down or not. But Conor McGregor was talking shit about WWE stars, saying, my shit's real, your all shit's fake. I'd beat shit out of any of you. And they asked Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar standing there right beside of him. And then Brock wasn't really, I think, supposed to say or going to say anything. And then all of a sudden, he just shuts Paul up. And he says, well, Conor, if you got something to say, I know you're trying to get you some follows and get you some likes and get you a little attention. And that might be working out for you. But here's what you do. Come and say it to my face. And here's what I want you to do. You're a little bitty motherfucker. You weigh about 150 pounds. I take shits bigger than you. My right leg is bigger than you. Well, I've seen Brock Lesnar's right leg, and it's not. But he might take shits bigger than Conor McGregor. So I don't think Conor ever showed up to tell Brock what a pussy he was and that his business is fake. I don't think that happened. Wow. Gila May, that's my love. She loves that when I sing that to her. Mm-hmm. Gila May, that's my love. But yeah, all the Filipinos and the fabulous Jackie Lopez, honey, I can't accept you, honey, because I have no access to Facebook. And we can't even help our regular people right now to the level that we would like. Now, if this GoFundMe thing catches on and somebody's kind enough to donate some real money, then we can do some things that we can't ordinarily do. That's why we gambled the $225 to hope the advertising. A lot of times say you got to spend money to make money. Well, I decided to do that, and so far that has not worked out. I'm blown away of how few people won't even give $5, $10, or $20 to help some people. I'm totally blown away. 23 people have shared it, and it hadn't mattered. Yeah, I'm also blown away that only 23 fucking people. There's 12,000 people following.
Yeah, so I almost wonder if
shared it. Yeah, thank you.
The 500 that I put in, the 100 that Jazzy Jana put in, that's intimidating people right there. Oh, I can't give up that much, but my little 5 won't.
I guess we need 5 or 10 of you to donate $5 or $10 so they won't be so fucking intimidated. I don't know.
So there you go, people. If you want to be not intimidating. Yeah. So did you like tonight's meme or did you even get a chance to see it?
It took me a while before I even realized what the Green Hornet one was. I had to get my glasses on to see that one. Then, of course, we had the Irish one, which we've done variations of that before. Yeah. But yeah, so what's that about though? I was trying to read the newspaper. There wasn't really much there.
Oh, it just says Kenny Bolin on the newspaper. It's
okay, all right. That's all you need.
You're the headline, right?
Zachary Wood has sent $25.13.
Thank you, Zachary.
So that gets us to 65. Thank you, Zachary. We appreciate it.
And 13
And
cents.
hey, we're getting there. Oh, my little buddy, who might be on a plane on his way back from Vegas by now. Michael the Rider with $30 more. So I think that gets us real close to that 100, don't it?
Pretty close. 90.
Thank you, Michael.
95.
I wasn't looking for that because you've been so good to us the last couple of times we've watched the show. But he said he didn't do too bad in Vegas this time. I guess if you go there, don't forget the. No, I didn't. $25.13. I didn't forget it. And well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's a nice donation. Anytime we get 20 or more, man, those help. 30 from him. No offense, Daniel Lemley going, man, I guess I need to send 5. Guess I need to send 5 more, so he'll shut up. And the Macho Man, so 25 out of the Macho Man, 15 out of Lemley, $30 out of Michael Ryder, $25.13 out of Zach Wood.
$95.13.
And what's that get us to?
$95.13.
So we need $5 more, guys.
We need $4.87.
We will hang in here till 10:15 because I was a little late getting in here watching. I guess the North Carolina game go to overtime. Yeah,
on time ish.
So I was a little bit late getting in here, and then
did you watch?
Go ahead. By the way, did you see the pictures of my new bed?
Yes.
That was I put that on one of my credit cards, and that was the best $180 I've ever spent. Man, the difference it made in my bed for that 4 inches of
the foam,
memory foam, and then the 2-inch padding that goes on it, and it just looks so good. I had one of those old white mattress pads that I've been using for 8 years, and not to sound gross or anything, but there are times when I'm sick, I sweat a lot at night. And that goes into the mattress pad, and that shit just don't wash out. So it'll be clean, but the mattress pad looks like shit. And yeah, there's a sheet over it and everything. But this bamboo thing that comes with my bed, and I don't know if you can throw a picture up of it or not, if you have a picture of it. They're advertising this thing all over Facebook. And I'm telling you guys, if your bed needs a little life put back to it, if it ain't as firm as it used to be, and you like a firm bed, which I do, I tell you what, because I'll just go ahead and say it. My son was telling me, man, you spend a third of your life in bed, drop a couple of grand on a damn good mattress if that's what you need to do. And I said, well, it's a lot of money. So I didn't. But I think with tax and everything, it was $180. I put it on a credit card, so that way I can just make, if I want to drag it out over 6 payments or whatever, I can do that. And but no, it was the best $180 I've spent. It is very good. The ghost of something, is it taller than before? Yeah, well,
4 inches
technically
taller.
technically 4 to 6 inches taller. This went on a 12-inch mattress, and now it's about 16 inches. But as I've told some people earlier today, if it was just the mattress pad that comes with it, not to mention the memory foam, that pad is worth $50 to $70 by itself. I mean, if I'd had to pay $70 for it for what it did for my bed, how much better it made it look, how much better it made it feel, even without the memory foam, was well worth it. But if Bob can find the picture of what it did, the dogs, I couldn't get them out of the bed because now the bed is so firm and it looks so nice, and they can't mess it up anymore because this thing really wraps around your mattress real good. No, I'm not making any money off this mattress thing, but for those of you that like to get a good night's sleep, and you want some improvement to your bed, especially if you have a king size, it's the way to go. How are the dogs adjusting to get? Oh, no problem. Fuck. Scooby, if that bed was 3 times higher, he'd find a way to get up there. That's where he's sleeping. Cat gets up there. I've got a little bench in front of my bed. So a cow still jumps up pretty good. Be an 11-year-old dog. He jumps up and down on the porch every day. So... But to make it easy on him, he's got a little stool right in front of the bed, and he normally just uses that. But he can jump up there. He does. But he's lazy like me. He looks for the easiest way. But no, it was, like I said, guys, I highly recommend it if Bob can find a picture of it. If not, I sent it to quite a few of you before I got shut down. But no, I cannot answer anybody on Facebook. It used to be selective. And I thought maybe I'd said something to a Trump supporter that they did, because they'll kind of penalize you if you say something either on Instagram or Facebook. And I'm always lighting somebody up that's a dumb fucking Trump supporter, and I'll just say what I got to say and do that. And so I thought it was that, but then again, I started thinking about all those links I sent out, and I said, and they get madder about that. So the ruling said it looked like I was fishing. I wasn't asking anybody for any information or anything, so I don't know why it was looked at that way. So we need $5 more to get to 100. We got 10 more minutes here. And obviously, if anybody wants to do a little more than that, we always have people that we can help, but it would be appreciated. And so Coltrane had errands to do tonight, and he ain't found that hour yet.
No,
from weeks ago.
He lost it somewhere.
So yeah, I'll be doing NCAA ball tomorrow. I still have 3 of the shout out to Jimmy John's tonight, who sponsored my birthday party. They sent me 2 huge ass wraps and 4 of the gyros. Some of you call them euros, but the gyros. And I still got 3 of them left. And my home health nurse came by today to help me get my bedding put on properly. And he brought me a double quarter, because I don't get those very often. So I didn't have to eat one of my gyros tonight because I had a double quarter. So I ate half of it when he was here, and then I had the other half, I think about an hour before we did the show. I did not take my nap today because I figured, well, I'm going to sleep in my good bed with my good mattress and the firmness, and the doggies love it, and the cat loves it, and we all love it. And I figured I'd just save my nap and maybe sleep good after the NCAA ball goes off tonight. So who we got to make one last donation to get us over the 100 mark tonight? How about 125? Who's good for a 30 spot? Ghost did 20 the other day, and I hear he had to file bankruptcy.
Yeah, I heard that he
the ghost.
The ghost.
Oh, I haven't even told anybody about this yet because I didn't know how seriously to take it. There was a group that reached out to me yesterday and have told me that they want to do a documentary about me. And they said, what would you think? And I said, well, what do you want to do the documentary about? Your successes in life. I said, well, you do realize I'm not rich and I'm on Social Security disability, right? No. Your successes of what you've done, what you do for people, your charity, the things you've done in wrestling, the 54 people you said that you have done some things that nobody's ever done. And still, even though you're not rich, you give away a shitload of money. And I said, well, I don't know who would be interested in seeing it, but it would be kind of cool if there was a documentary out there floating around. I said, yeah, of course, I don't mind. I said, but I just don't know who's going to give a fuck to see it. They said, you'd be amazed. And I said, well, so they're supposed to get back with me. We're supposed to talk about some shit, numbers together, and how we do this and all that. But they reached out to me yesterday and said that they would like to do that. So when it seems more serious and dollars are being talked about and more investigation has been done as to the group of people that's wanting to do it, then we'll go from there. But they seem legit, but you know, like I said, when a paycheck's talked about, and I know some of you are sitting there thinking, well, God, they're going to do a documentary about you. Just do it for free so you have a documentary. So I don't know. It was, but I even tell the hotel managers I talk to, we'll start talking about John Cena and shit like that. And one of my catchphrases with them, I said, well, here's one thing that you can put in your pocket. I said, you're never, ever going to talk to anybody on the phone again that beat John Cena in a wrestling match. You know why? Because a lot of people gather around in locker rooms who have wrestled John Cena at a far higher level than I ever got to do, and they never beat John Cena. There's not many of us that get to lay claim to that, especially if you're going to take the time to call your hotel. So what did it do for me? Well, I'm calling your hotel to make a living. It didn't do that much, but it is pretty cool in that I've got video to prove it. And then there's the me and the Mark Cuban thing on video and a few other things. But so, yeah, thanks to wrestling, I got to do some cool ass shit and eventually meeting Anthony Scaramucci. Man, he used to work for fucking President Trump. Did I just call him that? And the man, and the week I met him, And Anthony brought this up to me the other day. Anthony just did the Bill Maher show last week. And he wrote me and reminded me, he said, do you realize the first time I did your show, I was about to go do the Bill Maher show. And you warned me that if I criticized Trump, he was going to lose his mind. And I told you he wouldn't. And I did. And he did. I said, I remember. I said, I also remember you called me when the show was over. And you said, you claim to be your agnostic. You're not. You're doing God's work. I said, no, I do nice things for people. And I try to treat people the way I'd want to be treated. If I lived in a grass hut and had no fucking food and had a dirt floor, I'd hope somebody would fucking help me that had a little bit of money. You know, I said, it's not that hard. You don't have to be religious to want to help people and to be decent to people. And especially if they're decent to you. So, but Anthony called me that night and he said, we're going to be friends for a long time. And that was what, 6-7 years ago?
Yeah, at least.
Every bit of, yeah. So he does Bill Maher again just the other day. And it was a fun show to watch because he was on there with his boss and mentor, some guy that worked for Goldman Sachs. And him and Anthony were having arguments over crypto because Anthony's still a big crypto guy. The Goldman Sachs guy is not. Bill Maher going, no, it's not fucking real. It's bullshit money. No, I'll never do crypto. And I'll also never leave the state of California to go to Florida to save on state taxes. Why? Because I live in fucking Southern California. And they say, well, you got forest fires. Well, okay, you got typhoons, tornadoes, hurricanes, every goddamn
alligators
you can imagine down there. And no one even mentioned
Florida
the alligators.
Man. Yeah, Florida man. That alone
in every
is...
county. In every county.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the Florida woman that got arrested there? This is a true story. Florida woman got arrested there because she was on the beach in a bikini wrestling a manatee. Now, number one, I didn't know there was a law against that.
I can imagine.
And I asked the question that no one else asked. Who won? Who won the match? They arrested the woman. Not a bad-looking woman. You can look the story up. Not a bad-looking woman. Got arrested for wrestling a manatee. Now, I've seen some manatees. I didn't bother to put a side headlock on any of them. So, I don't know. So, we got 4 more minutes here. No one's going to donate that last $5. Ghost, you had to be ashamed of yourself. Ghost didn't even come see me for my birthday. Could have came over.
He could have, but did he?
I'm still waiting on a check from Gulas for the match I managed you in 1989. As Yoko Bolin, is that the one you're waiting on?
Keep waiting.
Boondah, I told you we'd be back here Thursday waiting on our $80. And I told you who would not be here with $80 as well. Okay, Boondah. There's a reason that you were a part of this show for a long time. He did get a membership, though. He broke down and got the $3 membership. But Boondah, we're still waiting on that $80. And and Dimitri Moore, you were talking about you were having some issues with your card and you were wanting to make a donation. I cannot write you on Facebook, but if you're watching the show tonight, you normally donate on the PayPal corporate account, Bolin Services Incorporated at Gmail. The PayPal corporate account. So if you would like to make a donation to us tonight and help us out, that'll put us over the top as well, or anybody that wants to donate after the show. Because I'm going to get back to some NCAA ball. I'm sure Bob's going to do the same. It's only 9:12 in the afternoon where Bob lives. Apparently, it's like 4:30 in the afternoon where Coltrane lives.
Yeah, I think it's like 1 a.m. there.
1 a.m.
1 p.m.
He's on Filipino time or something. And says I got 4 messages on Google. Let me see what that's about. What about? I think the guy at Arby's is asking me about the press release. What about it? He says, "What about is here?"
What about is here? Okay.
Let's see. Okay, I got a message from Arby's where they're going to try and do a little something for me. Mark Henry gave me the hook 'em horns. That might tell me something I didn't need to know yet. There we go. Yeah, I was giving Mark some shit about Texas having to play a play-in game. And let's see. I'll answer his question in a minute on the sponsor of Jimmy John's there. I sent him a link to the publicity of the GoFundMe. So, yeah, it's about that time. And so, yeah, if anybody wants to donate after the show, we greatly appreciate it. We got 95 tonight. Beats nothing. We made 150 on the Monday show. Many of you told me to keep it for my birthday, but already a lot of it's already gone out to help Filipino families. And like I said, I even told y'all in lieu of birthday presents, if you want to donate to the GoFundMe account, that would be great. Well, that didn't work because not one person put any money there. And so, we appreciate you backing us and getting us done. And I'm fading fast, my throat, because I don't know whether to go to bed and watch the rest of the tournament games later tonight or just stick it out, hang in there till about 12:30 and watch the rest of these games. But my voice is fading. Bob's screen is not freezing anymore, so we're doing good. So you think maybe that's what was doing it, was the blur?
It could be.
No, I've never would have thought the blur would make your screen freeze like that. But apparently it ain't done it since. So yeah, we just got to quit blurring the screen, I guess. All right, folks. So I don't know that we'll be here over the weekend. There'll be a lot of tournament ball over the weekend, so probably not. So
hey, Mark Cuban, look at this. Look at this.
There
Mark.
it is. There it is.
I'm repping your old team. I heard Mark was actually going to try to buy the team back from the folks that he sold them to.
Tell me what you hear. I have not heard that. What do you think made him sell it to begin with?
I think he just got tired of the grind. He was wanting some time out with his family and got tired of the whatever. And they offered him a buttload of money.
Well, like he needs it.
Well, but
like
after a point, you'd think, okay,
like Elon Musk, how much is enough? Apparently, there is no such number. There is no such number. So if any of you would like to help us out after the show that catch this late, we'd appreciate it. And I will be back here Tuesday night. I think Bob does Nerd Night on that. Whether Coltrane will be here or not, I do not know. And then other than that,
that's the greatest mystery of our time.
The greatest mystery of all time. And then I guess Bob will be back here next Thursday. And I don't know if there's tournament games on Thursday. I think there is.
That probably is. I think
there is. Yeah, next Thursday there'll even be some more. So until
it's like this whole March Madness thing takes up the whole month.
It's like it does. It turns into April Madness eventually.
Going on with it.
So until next Tuesday night at 9:05 p.m., that's Bob Hazelwood, unfrozen. I'm Kenny Bolin, unaffected, and we did.